What up, folks? So we got a, what's this, a 2006, right? Honda CRV, right? Customer complaint is basically vehicle's not running. Took it to some other shops and basically it's still not, operating like it's supposed to. And you see the condition of this engine. It is filthy, right? So I'm not gonna work on it. So, but this have a lot of oil and grease and whatever it is, but I'm just here to diagnose this car. So this is a K20. So that's RD5. Let's see if you could see exactly what the customer is experiencing. So you can crank that vehicle for me. Is the check light on? No check light on? Alright, so go ahead and crank. Yeah, like you have some issues with the key also, man. So you're not going to meet all the vehicles perfect. So let's see if we could get the start. Go ahead. Oh, you're still trying to start? Okay, try again. Stepping on the X. Alright, go step on the X. Take your foot off. So when you take your foot off the X, it cuts out, right? So go ahead and start again. As a matter of fact, let's put the scan tool on it first and see if we get some kind of guidance. Put that in for me, please. Thanks. Alright, so we're gonna just scan the vehicle and see exactly what is going on and causing this crank no start. Right? This what was the mileage on the on that vehicle? Oh man, you can't see nothing on the cluster either. So yeah, this probably burnt out just like that cluster. Okay, I'm seeing some information here. We had this automatic, so it's like 8 degrees at 650. Key on? Key on? Yeah. Alright, cool. We're gonna go into Honda. We're gonna look for a 2000 and what number is this? 2005, 6? Oh, one. Let's see if you can read the VIN. I'm not sure you can read the VIN, man. It's a older vehicle, so shouldn't. Let's use 2001. Yeah. All right, cool. So we're gonna use 2001. Shut up, birds. Okay, so 2001, right, on the CRV. So this got the VTEC set up. I'm not sure, but let's do a full scan and let's do auto scan. Can you read that? Hold on, did it allow me to pick what engine? Oh, I'm not sure what that was about. Chapman. It didn't allow me to pick the vehicle, so I'm not sure exactly why. As a matter of fact, it did. I didn't even notice that. It's like it automatically selected. So let's do a full scan and see exactly what pops up and what to give us some kind of guidance to figure out why we got this crank no start. But this vehicle sounds like it's on the way out, to be honest. I'm hearing things slapping around. It looked like it's probably the timing chain, or I'm not sure. Possible. I mean, the way this engine bay looks, I believe probably timing chain have never been replaced or the tensioner and causing this vehicle will be out of time. That's possible, right? Alright, so we got some codes here on the engine side, nothing on the transmission. We got some on the SRS, probably the airbag light or something like that, no immobilizer faults. So what does it say? They say TP sensor voltage high, right? We also have a IAT circuit high, probably had it unplugged, and also we had the CMPs sensor A and CMP in correct phase detected, right? So as I said, this was at other shops before it came here, and I'm not sure exactly if they had things unplugged that caused this fault to come up. So what we're going to do, right, I'm going to save this, right, and once we save that, I'm going to, what you call it, let's save this. How are we going to save this? Save this as a PDF. Right, license plate is once we got that, we're gonna save it as a Honda. Right. CRV. What is that noise, man? Right. No start. Right, save that. Alright, so once we got that saved, I'm able to delete all these codes, and we're gonna redo our checks and see exactly what comes up, right? So let's do a quick erase. So whatever remains is what we're gonna go after. But we still gotta do figure out why this vehicle is not starting. Alright, so we got the SRS got a fault, right? Let's see exactly what's going on here. Let's read 4 codes. Probably like the what is it? I'm not sure what that is. Right, but I didn't come here for that. I came for this crank no start. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. Try to start the vehicle up again, please. Pardon the noise in the background. That sounds like a bird or somewhere. Alright, yeah, start. So once we got the codes erased, the vehicle sounds like it's trying to idle, but it's not. Let's see if we can get it to increase RPM. Let it cut off, right? So let's go and do a scan again. Key on, engine off. Right, I'm just gonna go back into the engine. Right, I believe that we definitely have to go after that timing crank and cam situation. Right, how can I do this without getting dirty? The crank sensor is, where's the crank? Is on the vehicle. Front. Now you can talk. You can talk. So we got the P0341 code came back up again. So we definitely have an issue with our timing. Okay. So with that now, let's come out of that. Matter of fact, let's save this. No, we don't gotta save this. Let's see if we got any PIDs that have anything to do with like timing or crank, and see if it's out of phase, or, well, I believe it is out of phase because you just saw the code, popped up. But seeing that the crank sensor is in a spot that I don't feel like getting to, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna go in cylinder, sync the #1 coil, and I'm going to see where the ignition coil is happening. I showed you earlier that I'm supposed to be operating at least 8 degrees before top dead center at 650, and if I'm not operating around that, what you call it, it could be out of phase basically. But seeing that, in fact, let's pull this up. Let's pull up the spark advance. Let's pull up fuel injection. Let's pull up crank cam. Let's pull up anything to do with, right. So we do got some, start the vehicle up. So we do got some information. Again. Okay, go ahead. Again. Let's hold on real quick. So let's cancel all. Let's look at this spark advance. Let's blow this up. Okay, start. One more time. Okay, so we definitely gotta look into this. So let's put this scan tool down and pull out the scope and let's do some, do some checks. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna disable the fuel. Right, we're gonna take out number one coil, and we're gonna see exactly when this spark is happening. Right, but I believe that we definitely have probably a stretch chain or something like that. Right, I'm not gonna go do cam and crank correlation because where the crank is located, I'm not in the mood to go on this vehicle. Right, let's see, can I get it from here though? Control under this vehicle. Alright, so we're just gonna do it real quick, dirty, straight to the point. Right now we're just gonna see if we can figure out when the spark is happening. Yeah, that's what's up. You can see when spark is happening. Matter of fact, you're gonna plug it. You're gonna put back your number one injector, and you can see where number one injector and spark is happening. And that should be able to help us get some guidance on what's going on. Okay, so I got my. Let's get this secured. What I'm gonna do next is I don't have no table to put these tools, so let's record this. Right, so I'm gonna ask my guy to crank this vehicle. Well, matter of fact, let me see if I can. So let's explain. Let me explain exactly what's going on here, right? So I'm gonna check the timing, right? So I want to see exactly when the coil and number one coil and number one injector is firing, right? I'm expecting to see it before top dead center, or anywhere before top dead center, at least 8 degrees at 650 RPM. If I'm not getting that, then I'll continue from this. Let's start. So I'm getting spark, right? Do I have enough time on the screen? No, I need to put some more time on the screen. Let's put at least a minute. Right. Matter of fact, let's put a lot of time on the screen, right? So we're gonna crank this speaker over and see exactly what's going on. So I'm seeing that I'm hearing spark, right? But I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Right? Let's break this down. So I'm gonna just move into this, take a little picture. Let's take a picture of this. like the coil is being commanded. Matter of fact, let me hook up a secondary probe to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's save this capture, right? So we're gonna save this test 1, right? So I'm gonna hook up a secondary pickup onto number 1. So from that capture, I'm seeing that number 1. You see my coil is being fired. Let's see, around, it's firing late, right? Definitely have an issue with my timer. Right now, from here, I'm seeing, so let me try to explain this, right? I got 2 humps, right? 2 humps is the basically 0 degrees here, top dead center, to 720, right? So I'm expecting to see this command, which is a coil command, to fire anything like around before this hump right here, right? But what's going on? It looked like the coil is getting being signaled to turn on after, so it's late. So let's take that right there. So I'm expecting to see this turn off right here, like to be closer here instead of here. This is, let's say this is my 0. Let's put a ruler here. Right, let's label this as 0. Don't worry about it. Let's say this is, I can't do it like that. Let's do it, hold on really quick. Let's come out of this. Alright, let's pull my ruler, right? I got a ruler right here. I'm gonna pull this ruler here. Yeah, for guys who already know what it is, I mean, bear with me, but this is for those who are trying to learn. As I keep getting asked questions like, how do I analyze these waveforms? And basically, I'm just trying to diagnose and, you know, school guys who slowly getting into this thing so they can have a better understanding. Right, so let's open my phase rulers here. Alright, I got my phase rulers, it's on. I don't have my mouse, so this is here. I'm going to put 0 right here, and then I'm going to bring this rule here, which is this one. I'm going to put 720 in this box. 720, right? So, oh man, sorry. I want to pull this right here. Why did it go there? So this is my 720 right here. Let's put that at 720, right? So right here, you see my top dead center, right? So this is when my when the pistons come up on top dead center on both peaks, right? So this will be my power stroke coming down here. This will be my exhaust. This will be my intake. This back to my compression again, right? It's off a little bit, but just bear with me, right? The next thing I want to do is I'm going to see exactly when my coil is being, you know, command to turn off. Basically is at 18 degrees after top dead center, when I'm supposed to be around 8 degrees before top dead center. I'm basically, it's happening at the wrong time, right? So timing definitely is an issue with this vehicle. Let's Alright, so let's redo this test. Right, so right now I introduce a secondary probe onto my number 1 coil to see exactly when that coil is fired. I already know the timing is off. Probably chain stretch or something like that, but I mean, this basically was quick, straight into the, you know, cylinder. I was able to figure out when the timing basically is, and that's it. Okay, so go ahead and crank. Alright, so basically I have too much voltage on something. So let's try this again. So let's increase the volts here. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. All right, so let's see if we can break this down a bit further. I still have my setup the same as earlier, right? I just added a yellow trace to see my secondary waveform. But before we go any further, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, man. Right, so our red trace is our injector number one, our blue trace is cylinder number one, green is my ignition signal on number one, and my yellow is my coil being fired on number one. So I'm going to zoom in a bit to analyze this better, but taking two of these humps, which are called compression towers, right, I can see the events that's happening in cylinder number one, right? So let's pull a ruler and figure out what's going on, right? So this is a 4-cylinder engine, and we have 4 events that are happening: compression, power, exhaust, intake, and stroke, right? So from this ruler to that ruler is 720 degrees, right? So where you see the yellow line, this is basically happening after TDC, and the coil is not supposed to or shouldn't be firing on the power stroke, right? It is being command to fire, right? But it's happening at the wrong time. So this is why I explained earlier that the timing is not where it's supposed to. It jumped, right? This is why you're seeing that the green trace is ending after my zero line, and it's supposed to be before top dead center, not after. So yeah, this is it. I mean, there's nothing else. My timing is off, right? So if you want to learn more of these things, right, just let me know down in the comment box, and I will try to do more videos like this. But I really appreciate, y'all taking the time to, sit down and take this in. But these things are really fascinating. I'm not even going front to you, man. Right now, it's there. This is evidence where I can show the client and let them know that your timing is off and you need to either replace the timing chain, tensioner, and all that good stuff, or if you want to remove the entire engine and have it replaced and just call like it is, right? So I'm not sure exactly what the shop is planning on doing, if they're going to remove the engine or if they're just going to do the timing chain. But my recommendation is I believe you should remove this whole engine because of the state that is in, and take it from there, less downtime and you back up, right? So again, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, man. Share, comment, let me know where I can improve. Am I talking too fast? Whatever the case may be. And until next time, y'all take it easy out there, and Merry Christmas.